Hello everyone, my name is Joyousblack, and welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a joyous day today, and hello there, Kelly. Is the music too loud? Is it too quiet? Is it too vibrant? Is it too nostalgic? And I'll be kissing you later. You can't escape this. Mwah. Terrible mod, really. Wonderful spouse, terrible mod. So, gang, how we been? How you doing? Honestly, I started the stream with zero idea of what I'm going to talk about and what I'm about to do. So, hey, it's Sweepy in stream. You know what that means. I'm very slow at typing, I'm sorry. Bum bum boop 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 boop. Beep beep boop 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 boop. Beep beep boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Hello, Olivia! Join us in following my main man, Old Sweepy. Do-do-do-do. Sorry, this music got me jamming, bopping, and all around thropping. I don't think that's a word. Hold up, gang. Is thropping a word? Okay, so it's not a word. Thropping is not a word. And I have learned that today. Stupidity aside. Welcome, Olivia. If I'm pronouncing that right. Hopefully, I am. I'm gonna increase that volume. But we're gonna decrease it for me because it is still really loud for me. But I think today oh, right, need to go into auto mod because auto mod's an auto bit. Because I am a quote unquote broke hoe, I need to use the mod feature on my phone. Fun. For the whole family, actually. Yeah, story time. It's story time, chat. So let's look for some non-copyright stories. Da, da, da. Ba, bum, ba, dum. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. Now let's see. What are we looking for? Chat. What kind of books are we looking for? What kind of stories do we want to tell today? Do-do. 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 Is there one by genre? Ooh, let's see. I want to go for some fantasy. Let's go with some children's fantasy. A lot of children's fantasy is not ranked high. Good song, good song. I was checking if a very specific book was non-copyrighted. These are kids' books. Half of them are talking about death and Armageddon. Let's go for just fantasy. Let's go with medium length. And we'll sort these by rating. The Nightingale. Ooh, let's see what we got here, chat. Perfect. The Satyr. We're gonna switch over from a less positive. Nobody needs AI. Everybody hates AI here. And if you like AI here, you're weak. Damn. Everybody left after I said AI is weak. Okay. Anyways. Raoul Compet de la Fayenne was by nature the most unsuspicious of husbands. His lack of suspicion, perhaps partly lack of imagination. And for the rest was his doubtless... Yeah, words are hard. We're going back to just chatting. Pew, pew. Back to the funky little musics. eShop theme time, baby. I think that's a best title. Oh, you found me on X. A follow back? Sure. I really have nothing to lose by following you. In fact, why not? Here, I gotta go into the other mod view. If you'll just allow me to copy your name. It's always good to give shout outs to others. Chat, don't forget to follow. So, gang. I feel like we should be doing something, though. I feel like we should be experiencing things, you know? Therefore, maybe let's do a little Hero Forge. How does that sound? We'll make a little hero on Hero Forge and we'll vibe. Then I clicked on Minecraft. No Minecraft tonight. None for you. Hey, Jet, have you ever considered that your boy's a dumbass? Window capture. Alright. We got our hero. And I wonder what we're gonna make. I think we'll hit random a few times and we'll try and make a character. And if any of you guys want to throw out any ideas, any thoughts, any facts, any vibes, any jives, and most importantly, any Five Guys, because I am a little bit hungry right now. Not gonna lie, I could go for some Five Guys. One. Oh, that took us a couple seconds. It lagged. And one more. Alright, so we got a Giggle Wolf lady. And for chest, we're just gonna, while we color these in, where are they? Oh, think it's in the skirts. Alright, let's get coloring. Now, I don't think there's anything I really want to change about Miss Gigglewolf. Actually, maybe a little bit of the hair. Because she has these big bushy eyebrows. And that mohawk is not doing it for big bushy eyebrows. So I want to give her at least the long mane. Maybe the short mane. I need something big and bushy. Ooh, medium length hair. That just looks like L'Oreal. Oh yeah, that's perfect. The Lion Folk mane works perfectly with that. We could give her horns, but I think we're gonna stick with her original type of body. So let's get into coloring. Now I do this a lot. I like to hang out on your lot. So scroll through. And this color. Okay, we're going with a red. Anyways. Hey, yo, this kind of goes hard, though. Alright, we got everything red now. Let's add those details. And I think red and maybe like ooh, reds and browns are gonna be fun. Those are flesh, and I'm gonna make them a nice. I'm gonna make them this actually. Same with the beans, because I know this character does have beans. So I'm actually going to delete the mix and start off with that. Actually, I think I should give them a pinky nose. I think that's cute. Like a little pinkish nose. A light pinky nose. No, just a nice light pinkish nose. I love light pink noses on little creatures. They're so cute. And I think we'll fade into these reds on the limbs. So that way we have a little or no, we'll fade into the Merlot on the limbs. Yeah. She looks like she can give Torbeck a run for Torbeck's money. Was not expecting Field of Hope and Dreams there. Okay. I think eggplant for the brows and hair. Be near, I am flabby. My backstory is super sad. I think maybe if we go here, and then on the tips we do eggplant. Ooh, that's fun. That's a fun color combo. Now we gotta get her into a really weird pose. Cause beans! Oh wow, that's perfect censorship. Beans. My name. I go for Eclipse Black, but I think I'm gonna go for Tar Bottle, as a silly should not have shiny nails. And that kind of fits. Now the last thing I like to do is the eyes. So we're just gonna leave them with these blank ones for now. Now let's start off with the top, aka the head. Now, I don't really think there's much I want to do with the head. I rarely ever put these on because it covers up the hair and the harness. And most importantly, the eyes, depending on which mask you put on. But I think cool lady needs cool eye. So now we only have to worry about decorating one eye. Ooh, or cyborg eye. No, I'm thinking bandit queen here. So we're thinking bandit queen. Okay, Tom Unit. I'm thinking she's big, she's buff, she's tough, she's like a Cheeto Puff. But would the person who's a furry creature be wearing that? I think not. Yeah, I'm thinking like mercenary leader. So, yeah, that. Like straight up, just a wolfy mercenary leader. And that's why she wears like messed up clothes and shit. Ooh, look at that skinny waist. Now, hands. Oh, yeah, I actually do dig that. Neat. Now, I kind of want to go straight down to tattered. Because I know for a fact that there's a matching tattered pants here. However, it doesn't fit the style, and God, her shoulders are wide. I'm actually gonna go for these cropped cargos. And then removing the sensor bar now that we know we don't need her. I want to add a nice like belt to make her not so top heavy in terms of design, because she can't wear shoes. So we're going to add something to make her less top heavy. That's why I was looking at a lot of those no, that doesn't fit. would if it was more rippy. See, this is an improvised skirt. That is also one of the ripped clothing items. I do like this. But then it feels over textured and designed. I kinda like that one. Maybe show off a bit more. I feel like I'm in a gala. My goodness. That way I can add more stuff to the hands. Now, I think this character needs some purples and blacks. That's just because I'm me. So let's get into coloring her fit. Let's bring the cloth. First things first, I'm thinking some gray. Yeah, some gray would work here. Anyways, maybe this orange color? Ooh, I kinda like that. So add that in Picotho. Pokey. Pokey, what the fuck? No. I see it. I see the vision here. Wait. Pokey. I don't know if any of y'all watched my last stream where I watched the guy didn't like musicals, but Pokey. That's just Pokey. And I think I'm gonna make a reference to that in this. So let's get a nice pewter. Or silver. Yeah, nice silver. Who doesn't love a nice silver? We're gonna outline it in gunmetal gray. Actually, no, we're gonna use iron so that way it's not shiny, doesn't stand out too much. And we'll use this pretty blood plate. No, we'll use ice spark in there. And there we go. We have a little The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals reference there. If only I could get a reference to Cinderella's Castle in here. We'll see. It's just a small mouse. No, I will not be relying on Shaggy Space. So the colors here, black and purple. Unless we want to use black slack here. Or... no, the mahogany bleeds way too into Ooh, but I don't mind this fuchsia color. It's very nice. Now we can have this luxury lavender here. And we go into our leather. It's nice rogue black with my homemade leather. Go back metal, and we can use the iron. We could use the black metal from before. Yeah, I know those bits aren't supposed to be metal, but let me live. C'est la bonne façon. Yo, this music's really chill. What is this from? Oh, it's a Game Over remix. Ooh, Plentiful Pewter is a very nice color. We put it here. No, I think we're gonna reuse the Luxury Lavender. And then put the Plentiful Pewter here and here. And then that we can use more fuchsia. I can't tell whether or not my boss is going to be upset at me for need to pick that color and paint it on here. Also pick this color and onto the tail tip. There we go. Cohesion. I also could have put decals on. Ooh, look at those pretty little decals. I think I might put those on her face. Because... oh yeah, that looks so much better. And oh my god, yeah, no, that genuinely does look better. Don't know what I can do about the chest. Actually, I'm kind of digging it. Kind of digging it. Maybe if I go into the chest decals and like, I will admit those tattoos are sick as hell, but it does not make sense for a furry creature to have those. Yep, nope. Sorry, Queenie. You're stuck like that. Oh wait, here it is. Paints. And the sides here, red cabbage. And boom! She's got that color palette. Kinda goes crazy. Alright, back to it, chat. I think we're just gonna have the black and leather here. Not to detract from the purples. So maybe just a little bit of this blurple. And we'll have this rogue black here. And pick this color. Put it in the center so that way it looks like it's cohesive. Paints. And we need metal again. And we're going to go with this pretty little iron that we used before. Same with these buttons. They both get iron buttons. And for the fabric of her eye patch, I think we also go with this pretty little fuchsia. And we put the lavender there. Now, Girly Pop is almost done. We need to color these metals. Pew, pew, pew. Hit this with the purple and black on both sides. She's almost done. We just need and we need to get her a class. But I have a feeling I know exactly what kind of class we're gonna do for her. I think these are very pretty eyes. However, they don't fit her aesthetic. And these are too dark. Those are too tiny. I rely on my pre-made eyes too much. Oh yeah, that actually kind of goes crazy. I like these. Those go crazy. I like them. Alright. There were no words during that entire song. Anyways. Our beloved barbarian. Let's see what we got here. I do like myself a good axe. But I think we're gonna go for a more blunt weapon. Haha, the punchline. Ooh. Okay, Miss Knuckle Duster. I don't want her using anything that seems really polished or nice. But I want it to be cartoonishly large. Or maybe she's not even using something big. Maybe she's using something on a chain. I may or may not have given one of my characters this before. Fucking horse spine? I'm just reeling from the phrase horse spine whip. I'm also going to put a whip on her side, though. I know that's fleeky, but... And on her back... I think we'll keep a simple axe on the back. A simple and roughed battle axe. So let's get coloring with that. Alright. Do these... Oh, they get a spell. we'll consider that once we're done coloring. So let's get coloring again. First, let's work on the whip. I feel like that's a very simple thing to get done. So we can use the blether on the whip. And then we're gonna need this purple to put here. And we'll put this leather and here. Right. Same with these two. There we go. Alright, and on to the next weapon. The axe is my buddy. I never leave without him. So I'm going to put silver on the axe tip to make it seem like she does polish them. Or I could use the welcome home stone to make it seem like it's a little bit, you know, old from use. But I think I'll use this. And then I think I'm going to use this iron at each one. Or some of them, I'm going to replace them with shinier ones. Makes it seem like she's been replacing them throughout the years. Maybe some even weathered down like this. You know, to give that feeling of old. And there we go. That's the axe done. And now for the most important weapon we have here. The chain. Now, I think she takes brutal care of this. I mean, like, this is her baby. I want at least some, like, difference here, so some nickel and some chrome. Add a little color variation here, you know? Because this is this woman's baby. Maybe use some platinum here. Platinum on the handles. And I'm going to add leather on the grip. I'll make it wood instead. A nice wood. A nice polished mahogany. So that way it looks like, you know, nice. Alright, last thing to do is to get her into a nice pose. You can do in the presets. Oh, but we do need to pose her face. And I forgot to color the teeth. Let's get into that real quick. Oh, wait. Let's get into that pose. With a snarl and the arg. Remove the cocky and full snarl. Because Not only does it show how brutal she is, it also shows us her pearly, pearly whites. Or should I say, pearly yellows. Go into here, there's a color for gums. And inside, you can just do in the color guts. And now it's time for posing. She looks like a kind, gentle puppy. Not for long, though. Yo, that pose kind of goes crazy, though. Look at that line of sight. Gotta admit, I kind of like this one. The line of sight do be going crazy, though. Ugh. No smile. Full snarl. Arg. She looks like she's saying, "What are you doing here, punk?" Alright. And finally. Wait. Oh? Okay. You can place whole trees now. Oh. Okay. So now you can choose the size of your base. So now if I want to, I can just move me forwards with a small twist. And now that we can add extra, I feel like since we added a reference to the guy who didn't like musicals, we need to add a small little reference to Cinderella's story, because who doesn't want a little friend? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hi, Sir Hopsalot. Actually, I'm sorry, Sir Hopsalot. I gotta remove you. Because sorry about that, chat. Just got a message. And because if you go into gear and go into hands, item, you can put a familiar in there. Opposite hand, here's my toad, motherfucker. But, oh, did my music all stop? Oh, okay. So let's head on to something else. Or we'll just go through it again. we just need to place our frog. Right, we need to add our little friend. We're gonna need to change the pose a bit. And we're gonna twist the arm, and we're gonna bend the elbow a bit so that way she's like holding him protectively towards her chest. Like, if you want to mess with me, you want to mess with him, you gotta get through me. And Sir Hopsalot, you are one of the bravest frogs I've known. Oh, there it is. Frog green. If only I could give him a little mustache. I can give him a little mustache. Hold on. Add. Beard. What does Sir Hopsalot look like again? What kind of mustache you got? Sir Hopsalot. You see, this is the confusion, because for John, Sir Hopsalot sort of has like a mutton choppy beard. For like Sir Hopsalot the puppet, he has a mutton choppy beard. But for John, he has sort of a twisty little beard with a goatee. So I think I'll go for the twisty beard with a goatee. Because that's... Scale needs to be smaller. It needs to be slightly rotated. Hey Joy, what are you doing in your 20s? You know, big year for technology and development. It's crazy. Oh, you know. Live streaming myself giving a frog a mustache as a reference to a really good musical. Oh? And a little chin warmer for my froggy little friend here. Oh, I lost his little, oh, no. I don't want to move the guy. I just want to give him a goatee. See, you gotta check all angles to make sure. Alright, and we just gotta color in Sir Hopsalot. Should I add anything to him else? I'll give him a little sword once I finish coloring his little frog hair. It's like a pale minty green. No, I think there might be a color like it in fabrics though. Yeah, mint tint. There we go. Now, Kit Bash, I'm going to give him a very, very, very tiny little sword. Sir Hopsalot uses just a normal sword, I'd say. A normal sword. Yeah, every blade I see so far is... Okay, so it's a bronze sword with gold and a leather pommel. So, a pretty classic sword. So, I'm going to use this worn mercenary blade. And I'm going to color it before I shrink it. Now it's like a bronzy color. As you can see in the show, it's like a bronzy color with a sort of silvery pommel. A dark leather handle. It's sort of goldish. So I'm going to be using like this brassy color that's a bit more gold-like. And you know, frogs are green. So we gotta add a little family wrap here. And I think that's his sword done. So we're gonna Kit Bash again. Giving this sword. First thing we're gonna do, rotate. Of course, this loyal frog knight would never have this sword anywhere near a lady. So we gotta shrink the sword down, make it nice and flat. And also tiny in every single way. And let's move our little toothpick over to its awaiting knight. Getting the sword in the correct spot is kind of weird. A little tricky, but eh. Okay, it's pretty much on his little frog back. Oh god. Oh, delete this. That's where the other two spawned. And let's get this grass colored. Because there is some dirt in there. So we're gonna put a little bit of this evergreen in here, you know, just to spice it up. Because who doesn't love a little bit of grass in there? And then we're gonna go to east. And I like to put this cobble brown for my dirt, you know. Add a little ember. And then all the big rocks get mossy gray. And then anything that isn't, like, has color, we are just gonna go in with these various shades of green. And we're just gonna hit them with a little bit of color there. Right, and stage. Let's see what we got here. I don't care. That was aggressive and I apologize, Miss Samia. Let's spawn this tree. Gonna pose the tree backwards. Alright, and let's get this wood all colored in. Let's get this wood. Oh, I forgot to color in the pommel for this. Wait, let's put it as mahogany. And then we'll add some of that rotting wood from before. And that way, it'll tie into this tree if we make it mahogany. Because, oh yeah, that's her tree. That's her tree. See, I think ahead here. I wonder if there are any decals for the tree. There are decals for the tree. It's blood. Okay. Overall, once we color this in, I think we need a nice rim. That's what she said. So I think we're going to have this be the only really glowing part. Let's make it purple. And I saw that nice glossy black. Let's juxtapose that with the glossy black. And if that's it, let's see her. Give it a second to load. Give her a second to load, please. Ooh. get presets now? No, keep it going. And here she is. Chat. You got any names? Alright. I'll take that as a no. I think we're going to name her Roxanne. However, Roxy, we're gonna have to say goodbye to you, as that's the end of the stream, gang. Thank you once again for making your presence known. I'm really slow at typing. Once again, thanking you, Sweepy. Don't forget to follow Sweepy. Hit him with that follow. Hit him with that follow. And if you're watching the VOD, don't forget to follow Joyousblack, as this will be uploaded to my VOD channel, youtube.com, which is its little link in my bio. So don't forget to follow. And another quick shout out to Frick Me Sideways and Call Me Mike. I think I'm gonna have to wait like a couple seconds, but okay. Another shout out to Olivia for joining us for the first time. And I think that's it. So let's go find someone to raid. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. I think that this is a perfect song to raid to. Let's see if we can raid a friend first. Sorry, I'm really into the song. I think let's raid our boy, that guy Breadstick. So get in the raid, 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 or else. Alright. Yeah, my threats work. 2 people are in the raid. Alright. And like always, my name has been Joyousblack. Hoping you had a joyous day today. Don't forget to like and follow. And I'll see you in the next stream. Bye!
doing? If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Gaber, that guy breadstick, or breadstick streams or breadstick and Indian source. That means someone ended their stream and sent their viewers to my stream.
Oh, gracias.
And thank you, Joyous, for the tier 1 sub, subbed for 38 months.